Hey there. Well, I am back. This is Jeanette with Stardust and Moonlight Reborn dolls. Thank you for hanging out with me on this video because I have a really neat story for you. I've never heard of this happening ever before. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I have to share this. And you know, of course, I had to feature a doll because you don't want to just sit and look at the wall while I tell you a story. So if you are new to this channel, this is Stardust and Moonlight Reborn dolls again, and it's an artist and collector channel. So a little bit about me: I am a reborn artist and I make dolls, and I'm also a reborn doll collector. I love collecting dolls from other artists and supporting their work as well. So on my channel you'll see kind of a mix of both, although I've been mostly showing off the collector side of things while infusing my artist point of view, but we are definitely getting closer to some reborn tutorials. I have a really cool one lined up. Before we get started with painting tutorials, I have a tips and tricks that I'm setting up to do before we get started, and I'm really proud of it because these are things that are really good tips. I mean, I have to say, like, they're things that I've learned through trial and error mostly, and I really want to share that with upcoming reborn artists because I feel like these are things you should know before you get started. I wish I knew before I got started. I think they're really good pieces of advice, and why should you suffer through trial and error, right? When I already did. So that's coming up soon, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe because we have a lot of fun stuff happening. And just again, thank you for being here. So this is one of my absolute favorite reborn doll sculpts ever. This is the Ramsey by Cassie Brace. He is scrumdiddlyumptious, isn't he? Like, oh, so he is an amazing doll. I love him. I just love his little face and everything about him. So he's one of my little precious ones, and I haven't done much with him, so I thought we would, just gonna brush his hair a little bit. I thought we would just change him and he can kind of be our eye candy while I tell you his story. So yeah, okay. So what I'm going to talk to you about is something, again, I find to be extraordinary. So I had someone reach out to me, and I'm on some different platforms. I'm not huge by any means, okay? I have a lot of followers on Facebook for my nursery page. I'm on Instagram. You know, I don't post a lot there, but I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube, as you know, because you're here with me. And I've been in the hobby for, I guess, 4 years now. So I'm not like super crazy well known. But the cool thing is when you have different social medias, you know, you'll have people that reach out to you, or, you know, I would say in most instances, my YouTube channel is where people reach out and ask questions, because I tell people, hey, if you want to get a hold of me, since YouTube does not have a way for you to message me, here are the ways you can get a hold of me. So I'll have someone like reach out to me on Facebook because they found my YouTube channel, which I think is so sweet and I love it. And I'll talk to anybody. You don't have to buy a doll from me, okay? Like, I'll talk to anybody. So I had a person reach out to me. Oh, also really quick, don't mind all of my little red marks on my hand, and don't feel bad for me. I'm not like sick or dying or anything. I have mosquitoes like crazy. I live by this lake nearby, and we have really bad mosquitoes in the summer, and you know, I have blood that they crave because I get eaten up the second I walk outside. So that's what those are. Anyway, I'm sure you're not concerned about it. I just, you know, when you're on video, you can be a little self-conscious sometimes because, you know, you're on video. I mean, I'm not on video, but my hands are, my arms are, I guess. So this person reached out to me, okay? And she told me this incredible story. She said she came across my YouTube channel and she had been watching some. And she even commented on my channel at one point, and I do remember her comment, and it wasn't a bad comment at all. But the point of this is, she was telling me how she had come across some Reborn doll channels and she would watch them, but they irked her. She did not understand this hobby at all. She thought it was completely weird. She just didn't like it. So you can probably say with confidence that she was hate watching. You know, she was hate watching YouTube Reborn channels, which, you know, I get. Like, there's hobbies that people are not going to understand, okay? And I think in the Reborn hobby, we get, just one sec, let me open my curtains. Okay, we get so tired of having to explain this hobby and why it's fabulous and why it's not, you know, well, I was gonna say not weird, but I call this a strange hobby because I like that it's a strange hobby. But even if the word strange rubs people the wrong way, we have to at least admit it's unusual. That's what I love about it. So I have no problem saying that. But in any event, what I'm trying to say is, like, we get tired of explaining to people, this is not crazy. We're not crazy. This is awesome. You know, it's just, it's really no different than realistic car models, right? That look like tiny versions of the real thing. But in this hobby, these emulate human beings and they look so real that it freaks people out. So we also have to be a little aware of that and give people a little grace to be weirded out, I guess. Like, whatever. I don't know. I think we just get tired of explaining it. You know what I mean? So, anyway, she was telling me that she came across one of these videos from someone on YouTube and she was shocked by it, and she went into a rabbit hole and she just started watching and watching these videos and could not believe how many people collected these dolls and changed their clothes and all of it. And she thought everybody was just nuts. And she hated it. She said she hated these dolls. Like, they freaked her out. They looked too real. And she admittedly said, her words, you ready for this? Her words, she left nasty comments on people's channels just to irritate them, just to hurt their feelings, because she thought we were so out of line for having these dolls or whatever, you know? So I'm just like so intrigued by this conversation. I'm like, oh boy. And I was kind of annoyed because I'm thinking, as I'm reading this, I'm thinking, am I going to have to go into explaining this or backing up my people in this hobby? Like, why is she messaging me this stuff? But I felt that there was something coming. So, let me get his socks. One sec. I wanted to put some cute little booties on him, but he has the smallest feet. I mean, they're really tiny. So I'm just gonna put some good old-fashioned white sockies on him. And for some reason, these kind are my favorite. They just remind me of newborns, you know, because when you have a newborn, usually you don't go with fancy stuff. And I had a gazillion of these socks when my little ones were newborns. I don't know about you, but I did. And they're just adorable. So where was I? Oh yeah. So I had a feeling there was more to the story. So I'm reading. She left me a very long message and she said, ready for this? Plot twist of the century. She said that at one point it had been about 3 months and she was obsessively watching these videos, hated them more and more. like she just, she was hate watching. There's no other way to put it. And then one day she just decided, I'm going to get one of these stupid things. Thankfully, she actually got an authentic baby. So what she did was she went to Instagram because she apparently got wind of how to buy one through channels, I guess. And she happened to go through Instagram, and she did a hashtag Reborn baby, and then she came across some that were for sale, and then she found one she thought was good, and like it looked good to her, whatever, which I still find weird, because if you hated these dolls so much, it was just interesting to me what prompts you to get one, right? But I guess curiosity kills the cat. She wanted one to see it in person. So she was saying that she took weeks and weeks because she saw a lot of dolls. They were way too expensive. She was thinking, I'm not spending more than $250. Then she had to move her price to $350 because she realized to get a decent one, it probably would have to be more than $250. I mean, these days finding a decent one at $350 is a long shot, right? So she found a doll that was on sale for, I think she said $315. She bought it. She thought she was like, I was so mad at myself. But the way that she justified it was she was going to give it to her granddaughter. And she said, I talked to my daughter about it, and I told her, listen, I'm getting Brooklyn a doll. She's going to love it, but I don't want you to ever bring this doll to my house. So I thought that was so funny. So that's how she was justifying it. She was going to get this doll and secretly just look at it and see what the fuss is about, see it in person. She just said she was so curious about feeling the baby. Feeling it, because she said, in these videos I heard people talking about, how they're weighted and they feel like real babies, and they have like kind of squishy bellies and they're soft bellies, and she just didn't understand like what it really felt like, and she wanted to understand that. So on to the next part of the story. So she orders this doll. I don't know what artist she got it from. I wonder if do you think this would work? Yes. This will be big on him, but oh my God, that would be cute. Let me try that. So she orders this doll, and she told me that she lives in Tennessee, and it came from, I think she said, oh gosh, I forgot. I think it was Vegas or Nevada. Doesn't matter, but it came to her rather quickly. And guess what? She said she immediately felt like this doll was going to be really hard for her to resist. She said that she opened the doll and she was resisting at every turn, but she could not at all believe how realistic it felt and looked. And she said it's so different having one in person than seeing them on videos. And then, she was talking about, so we were having a conversation, and she was talking about she expected to have the same feelings that she had while watching other people with their dolls, like as having one in person. And it didn't work out that way. And she hated it. She said she hated it. She's like, I opened this doll and I'm trying to be disgusted and I'm resisting it. I'm trying my best to resist it. But she said, I felt something. Like I felt like this is cool. This is actually really cool. And she said that she didn't change its clothes. She didn't do anything like that. She just kind of held it and studied it a little bit. And she was really annoyed that she felt like she was actually liking this doll. And so she put it away. She said she put it away and she was gonna wait for her daughter and her granddaughter to come over for the weekend because they were going swimming. And she found herself, she said it was a Tuesday, I think. It was early in the week. I don't remember exactly, but she said that she, sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on this. She put it all away, right? And it was early in the week, and she kept sneaking to hold the doll. And eventually she just fell in love with it. And she wanted to tell me this because she said, I have seen a few of your videos and I subscribe to your channel now. And she's like, there's a few YouTube channels that, you know, I was following. And she's like, I feel so guilty because some of them I left pretty mean comments. And she said, I really did have good intentions. I wanted them to snap out of it and realize that, you know, this is not healthy what they're doing, and this is really weird. And she said, I wanted people to see other people's viewpoints on this hobby, because they seemed so sucked into it and so in love with these dolls that they couldn't see how weird it was or how unhealthy it was or whatever. So she said that she had some good intentions, but she said there was a mean streak in me, and I just, you know, she's like, he's so cute. I wanted to take people down a peg or whatever, because they were just so in love with these dolls and they thought they were the greatest thing since sliced bread. And so she felt bad. So she said that some of the channels, you know, she just can't seem to subscribe to or go back and watch because she was so mean to them. But now, since she said she's kind of subscribing to some new channels, and I guess I got lucky. She came across mine late in the game. She said she actually saw one of my how-to videos and thought it was interesting. And I guess the how-to videos were a bit less cringy for her. I don't know. I really don't know, because most of my videos, I have babies and I'm snuggling them and showing them off. So anyway, but how cool is that story, you guys? That is like the neatest story. I have never ever heard of anyone who was a Reborn hater who went to a Reborn lover. And I just had to tell you about this. Also, she gave me permission to share this story. Obviously, I'm not going to give her name. She said that she has not told anyone else this story. She said nobody knows about this, none of her family, none of her friends. She said, I will not probably be a part of the Reborn community. I don't want to be in the groups. I don't want to like get more dolls. I don't know if I will. I don't know. I said, well, once you get one, good luck with that, because, you know, it's addicting. But I felt very, very honored to have, you know, had this story shared with me. And I felt like I was gonna have to beg her. The first thing I thought as we were talking, because she left me like a long message at first, which basically was a synopsis of, okay, first I hated these dolls, here's how I came across them, and now I think I love them, and it's crazy to me, but I love them. And she was kind of like apologizing. Yeah, she was apologizing. It's a new word. She was apologizing to, like, I feel like the entire Reborn community, in a way. Like, I don't know, she felt kind of guilty and sad about how she viewed these originally. But we were having a conversation. So after I got her message, you know, of course I'm gonna engage in that conversation. So I felt like I had to beg her. I was like, the first thing I thought, it was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest story. I'm gonna ask her if I can share this on my YouTube channel, but she's gonna say no. So I was like thinking the whole time as we're chatting, and I was trying to build a rapport with her, I was thinking the whole time, how am I gonna ask her if I could share this story? Because, you know, I'm not giving a name, and she shared it with me, but I don't know, I just felt like if I were to share that and she happened to come across my video, that it would feel intrusive to her, you know, so I wasn't gonna just do it. But I was really, really, really hoping I could talk her into it. Guess what? I didn't even have to. She offered for me to share it. She wanted me to share it. She wanted to kind of do an apology through, you know, someone else, I guess, or just, she wanted to have this story shared. And I'm like, that's so awesome. Thank you for letting me do it. Hopefully some people see it. I just thought it was cool. So there's the story, and she is really in love with her doll. Let me just scoot out a bit. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna move him. Okay. I want you guys to get a good look at that double chin. He's so cute. You are so cute. You are so cute. I love this kid so much. Like, how can you not? I don't know. I love his scrunchy face. He's just adorable. But we all have preferences, right? That's the cool thing. Because some people don't like this kit, you know, and they're like, oh no, not another Ramsey. And some people love other kits that we don't like. It's just funny. Anyway, I just thought of that because I said, how can you not love him? How can you not love him? But I know some people don't love this kit. But I think you're bonkers, okay? I'll say it. No, it's funny. There's kids that people love that I'm like, how? How do you love this kid? I'm like, tell me how. So I get it. So that is such a cool story. Oh, wait. This binky. So this would be backwards, but let me see. His magnet is a little down. I'm gonna have to fix it. I don't really put pacifiers on them much, but they do look cute. I think that was a cool story. I think that was something that was I've never heard, and I just had to run and tell you guys about it. I had to come and share it with you. Tell me what you think. Have you ever heard of anything like that? Wild, right? Really special story. She has oh my goodness, what did she say? What kit did she have? She has a sculpted kit, and I forgot what she had. Darn it. Anyway, she has a sculpted kit. And so we talked a lot through Messenger. We talked about a lot of things Reborn related. And I'm just so excited that she sees what all the fuss is about. She appreciates the art and the beautiful, work that goes into these. And she doesn't think they're creepy anymore, but she is closeted, she said. So no one in her family knows she has the baby, because she's embarrassed that she's so in love with it, but she'll come around. I bet you she'll be one of our most active members, right? Well, anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I wanted to share that with you. Remember to subscribe and stay tuned for some really cool videos coming your way. And I hope you have a wonderful day. See you guys later. Bye.